It was a dark and cool autumn night on a road not too far from where you are sitting now. The wind was howling, and along a road through the woods a lone car was driving. The couple in the car were a young teenage couple. They had spent the night at Lover's Lane, and as many young lovers do, they had lost track of time and had taken this route through the woods to get home quickly. However, not only had they lost track of time, but they had lost track of the gas in their tank. As the engine puttered to a halt, they realized they were in trouble. And the boyfriend pulled out his phone, but he had no service. The girlfriend pulled out her phone, but she had no service. So they did what anyone would. They split up, and she, being the driver, pulled out a gas can and started walking down the road to find a gas station, while her boyfriend waited in the car. It was getting late though, and he was getting tired, so he turned on the radio to listen to some music. And he hadn't been listening for long before the radio was interrupted with an announcement. Attention all listeners, this is a public broadcast alert. At approximately 9:30 this evening, a prison transport overturned on the highway in a multi-car accident. Police have apprehended the majority of the convicts, but there is still one at large. A known serial killer, he is armed and considered to be extremely dangerous. Please stay in your homes and vehicles and make sure your doors are locked. If you see anything strange, call 911 immediately. Do not approach any strangers and do not pick up any hitchhikers on the road. The boyfriend sat in the car as the music came back on, slightly panicked. What had happened? Where was his girlfriend? It had only been a few minutes. He was sure she would be okay, but he had no way to reach her. So he sat in the car and listened to music until, slowly, sleep overcame him, and he drifted off into a doze. He was asleep until a sound awakened him. Scree! 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 What is that, he thought. We're in the woods and it must be a tree branch on the car, but he looked around outside the windows, front and back, side to side, but he didn't see anything. Scree! 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 As he grew accustomed to the noise, and the time continued, he again fell asleep. What felt like moments passed, but he was awakened by a new noise, a tapping on the window. He jumped awake, and he looked around, and through the driver's door he saw a light shining on him, and a police badge against the window. "You in the car, I need you to step out immediately," said the officer. The boyfriend shuffled to the driver's side and opened the door. "What's wrong, officer?" "Get out of the car now," said the officer, and he grabbed the boy by the arm and started walking him towards the police car. "We're going to get you out of here safely. I need you to do me one favor, though, and whatever you do, don't turn around." But the boyfriend was worried about his girlfriend, and when the officer told him not to turn around, his worst fears gripped his heart, and as he walked towards the car, he spun and looked above the vehicle. And there, hanging in the tree over the car, was his girlfriend, suspended by her ankles, with just enough rope that her nails were dragging on the roof of the car. Scree! 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 To this day, they say that if you drive down roads in the middle of the woods and you pull over and wait by the side of the road, you can hear her. Turn off your engine. Do you hear it? Faintly on the roof of your car? The lonely lover and her nails? Scree! Scree! Scree!